particularly lovely to have a local walking group joining us. That is
perfect.
very special because
Perfect.
you are what this is all for. So it's really wonderful to have you join us. Thank you.
Perfect.
A view.
How perfect. So what we're doing today, Halifax Civic Trust, of which I'm chair, has an annual awards programme, and we've invited our mayor, Madam Mayor, Anne Kingston, to just perform a little ceremony to unveil a plaque which is for our annual award. And I'll just explain a bit about the annual awards. But first of all, in introducing Madam Mayor, this is the second event you've done for us, so
right.
Thank you very much indeed. David was at the Moot Hall. We had a little ceremony there about a month ago, and that all went very well. So we're very pleased to invite you back. I don't know whether anyone's had a look at the Calderdale website, but you've got a fascinating CV, actually.
Oh, thank you.
And in terms of, career in nursing and education and theology and, as well as bringing up a family. Absolutely fascinating, actually. And it's what I think it was Dennis Healy used to say is, you've got a hinterland in terms of doing this role. So we very much look forward to working with you. And so our annual awards, it's for what we do is we present an award each year, and it's for a building or a scheme or a landscape which we think has contributed to the design, quality of the environment, good craftsmanship, and generally up the standard of development in Halifax. And we've been running this scheme since 1992. I mean, some very worthy winners, and most recently there was the Duke of Wellington's regimental memorial statue. There was Trinity College. There was a conversion of the old county court into supported housing. And last year it was the Magistrates Court by O&C Developments, which was converted to a music college and a wellbeing centre. And that was a lovely little scheme. And we had sun for that as well. That was even better. So this year, there was competition this year. There was a very nice scheme in the centre of town, Greenwood's Mill. And on a good day, you can actually see it, but never mind. But that was a nice conversion scheme. But we felt this scheme in particular, which was designed and built by Rotary, a voluntary organisation like ourselves, demonstrated that high standard of design and craftsmanship. And it's needed a bit of maintenance up here. You've looked after it. And we were particularly impressed as well by the process that you went through, in consulting local organisations. It's very, very much with the local community, really, as well as being a smashing little scheme, very high quality, and it contributes to the vision of the town, really, and what people can see of it. So what we do, we've got this specially designed unveiling kit. We may, if I've got a volunteer amongst us to make one of these little drawstrings one like this,
so we could pull it aside.
But not today. Anyway, Madam Mayor, if you'd like to do the next bit, that would be absolutely great.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. It is so wonderful to be here. I've never visited Beacon Hill and have long wished to, so thank you for giving me a reason to come. This is just such an important part of our local heritage, this beacon, a symbol of centuries of communication before digital technology. Really wonderful how we used to communicate, and is still lit on national occasions. Last time, I believe, was for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee just
Yes.
a couple of years ago. That was incredible. And I assume many of you were in the Peace Hall when we had that filmed in the Peace Hall. They filmed the lighting of the beacon. That was wonderful. And it's lovely to see this walling, which it looks to me, am I correct in thinking this is dry stone walling?
Dry stone walling.
Yes.
A little bit of cement.
A little bit of cement hidden. We've got one like that in our
We
garden.
wouldn't like people to walk away with parts of it.
Exactly, yes. But again, an ancient Yorkshire tradition, the dry stone walling. My husband has done a lot of dry stone walling in his time because he's worked in conservation a lot as a volunteer. So he'd be delighted to see this. He came here, he did a recce for us to make sure that I would be able to cope with because I have some disabilities myself, that I'd be able to cope with the journey. So he's seen it, and I'll be able to tell him, we'll be able to talk about it now. Anyway, what a privilege to be with you here today and to reveal this wonderful plaque. Thank you very much, everyone. So,
1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
So, Madam Mayor, it falls to me on behalf of Halifax Rotary Club, partly for age and partly because, as some of you know, the idea came from in our household, to thank you very much for coming up here on this lovely day in order to unveil the plaque. It does, I'll tell the story again, it gets a bit boring eventually, but the idea actually developed when Glenda and I were on a holiday in Western Australia, and we went to a place called Bunbury, which is on the coast with a view over the Pacific, and they had a viewpoint provided, certainly dedicated to the local Rotary Club, which gave a view of a harbour and some boats and the sea and all that sort of nonsense. and we said how much better it would be to have something like this over Halifax.
Yes.
Where there's a worthwhile view and people can really enjoy it. It's taken a long time to come to fruition, a lot of hard work from many Rotarians and others. I'm grateful to all of them, but I'm particularly grateful to you today for coming along and opening it. Thank you very much.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you.